It's the greatest night in sports, by the way, the ESPYs.
Is that tonight, Dan? Because
Yes.
for the 13th consecutive year, I went to my mailbox and didn't find anything in it from the worldwide leader in sports.
Do you know, Scott Van Pelt told me last hour he's never been invited to the ESPYs.
Well, he's probably covering the British Open every single week.
Not every year.
He's not? Ever since he came to the worldwide league, he came from.
But
the
I don't
Golf
think
Channel.
it matches. I don't think it always syncs up with the ESPYs.
I think it does, doesn't it? It's always the third week of. It's always the week of the baseball All-Star game. I don't know. I think look, Scott Van Pelt. If he wanted to go to the ESPYs, he could go to the ESPYs.
But he hasn't been asked. So do you ask to go to the ESPYs?
Well, what about? Do you remember back in the day? I mean, you were. I know Stuart and I took over the spot that you and Keith had. As you guys referred to it, the old angry man Muppets in the
balcony. Yeah.
In the pre-ESPY show. You did that, and then you'd had enough of that, and then they asked me and Stuart to do it. And then we did it.
Painful.
We did that.
Do you have a favorite ESPY moment?
Oh, gosh, yeah. Watching Ken Griffey Jr. storm out of the front row because Larry Walker won Baseball Player of the Year, and then watching an ESPN executive chase after him, Stewart chase after the executive, and then Harold Reynolds chase after Stewart. They all ran after him. He was, I think that was the year Will Ferrell came out as
Harry Carey,
and told him he wasn't as good as his dad, so he was pissed off to begin with there.
And then he made fun of John Elway's teeth.
Yeah. And then, at any rate, 10 minutes later, Griffey Jr. returns to the front row and then wins Player of the Athlete of the Year award that he split with his good buddy Tiger Woods. That was that. And then the post-ESPY awards, an ESPN executive told me that the Will Ferrell Harry Carey bit was kiboshed by management in rehearsal, but Will did it anyway, and he will never be invited back to a future ESPYs, which I believe he has been every single year.
I don't think they realized that Will Ferrell was going to be Will Ferrell, and that's why we'll show him. He will not be invited back. Wait. That's the same Will Ferrell?
I remember that was at the cigar bar. At the top of Fifth Avenue. It was at Grand Havana, was where the post-ESPY Awards event was, and I met Will Ferrell at that, and he had no idea that he had pissed everybody off. He was just happy, like he was thrilled to be around and just hanging out. I mean, this is way before he became, the Will Ferrell that we all know and love today.
Well, I remember that ESPN had to go back and edit together every single one of Ken Griffey Jr.'s home runs that he ever hit.
Oh, that's right.
As a make good.
There was a lot.
Oh, as a make good, he wanted every single home run that he'd ever hit, and he wanted to be able to give that to us.
Before this was the ESPYs on ABC, Dan, we know where some of these bodies are buried.
I was talking about when Bill Murray and I are walking out on stage to give out an award to Michael Jordan, and Billy's not back there. And I'm ready, they're ready to announce, and they're going to open the curtain. I'm walking out, and Bill shows up with a hat on that Lewis and Clark may have used, and he grabbed my hand, and we held hands walking out.
Oh, my.
And I went, oh, my God. And then we got backstage, and he said, what, you think that I wasn't going to show up? And I went, I had no idea, Bill.
That's right.
I had no idea, Bill.
That's right. I'm sure the rest of everybody else didn't either.